Okay, hello, welcome again, City Heroes Video Tours. For this one, we're going to show you how you could get the Gladiator badge for defeating 100 of the Mew Guardians. Scroll down the list here. It's this one right here. There's no description on it. It's been this way since live. It's an old legacy glitch that they haven't fixed yet. No real rush on it. It's a minor thing when there's other things that could be fixed and improved first. But this is the one. Mew Guardians tend to pop up in L35 plus Arachnos missions, along with Toxic Tarantulas, but in the case of both of them, their spawn rate is rather low. Very low, by comparison to others that would be in those missions. One mission that you could try doing, since we can launch task forces solo, would be Ms. Liberty Mission 1. That's a pretty hefty sized map. On max spawn, you'll get some Mew Guardians and some Toxic Tarantulas. Of course, it's a big map and it's just one of you versus all of them. So, not the first choice, but it's not an awful one either. Emperor Cole's personal mission. You won't get any experience or influence out of the defeats, but you can rack up defeat progress on this badge and Toxic Tarantulas and Fortunatas. But every time that fight scene loads up, it's random what will be spawning. You could get 0 Mew Guardians, you could get 0 Toxic, you could get quite a few of them. So that one's pure random. It's not an awful one either, it's just the random factor. You might be farming it many times. And again, it doesn't pay any experience or influence per defeats, but then again, that's because you're playing as Emperor Cole, which means you're going to really be able to tear through the mobs in that mission. No. So for this one, for this particular badge, this is the mission that I like the most. It can have a maximum on 8 setting of 19 Guardians per run. This mission cannot be accidentally ended. It is not a kill sweep. To end the mission, you gotta smash down a vault door and then smash the object inside the vault. So it cannot be accidentally ended. This particular mission, Raids the Vaults of Mew, is in Chapter 3 of the Scirocco Patron Arcs. You're going to have a few missions to go through before you get to this one. They're fairly quick. But this is the one. This is the money shot as far as I'm concerned for doing Mew Guardians. I got 31 already from other missions with a maximum of 19 per. I'll be doing this probably about 4 runs of this. So, we're set on 8 spawn, and as you can see, this is a Rad Armor Energy Melee tank. Now, this mission is not to be taken lightly. If you think you're going to send your controller or a corruptor through this, or something else that's a little less than durable, you better be ready to dual box it and have your attack drone be a tank, or something of that nature. Everything in here is a Mew. The minions, the lieutenants, and the bosses, which are the guardians. And there should be a guardian in every group. So why is this one? So why do I recommend dual boxing for squishier characters? That's easy. What do Mew attack with? Lightning. So if you think your character's tough enough to ride out the lightning, great. Now the good news is the map is always the same on this. The map never changes, which is a relief. We can disregard these circle of thorns up here. They are not relevant. There we are, Mew Guardian. Or is it pronounced Mew? Mew. A joke. Tomato, tomato. And the XP influence payout is not too bad for this, but the objective on this is the Guardians. The other targets are of secondary importance. If you can get past them all, great. If you got steamroll through them, well, so be it. And of my 25 badge hunters, yes, they all use this for the farming and acquisition of the Mu Guardians. This is my preferred mission. Many were able to solo it, some had to be dual boxed. That's perfectly fine. And I'm doing this in Ouroboros flashback, of course. By the way, some people were complaining that tanks were allegedly nerfed in the recent issue 28 page 2 update. Does this tank look like it's been nerfed? The only real danger that this or any other character that you could send through this, if they can handle the lightning, great, but be warned, sometimes that lightning can get through and siphon your endurance completely out of you, so you gotta watch out for that. So having a couple bleeds on hand is a good idea. If I wanted to really protect myself, I could always turn on my incarnate barrier power, but so far don't exactly need it. But the max Mu Guardians on this is 19 per run. Kind of an odd number, but we'll take it. Like I was saying, still think tanks are nerfed. I've sent invulnerable tanks through this, I've sent invulnerable scrappers through this, I've sent energy armor scrappers into this, although those required a little bit more caution. You would think they wouldn't have given it their energy armor, but I did send a robot force field mastermind through this. That one got a little bit interesting, to put it nicely. That's alright. Challenge images. Here. Ah, there he is, hiding in the back. You could try using signature summon pets for this, but they might need a little bit of buffage to handle all the lightning. They may not last. Same with sheepins, even your lore pets might have a little bit of trouble with this. Your best bet is just make sure your character can ride the lightning as it were. Go through this. The biggest threat is that they'll get some lucky shots in and actually siphon my stamina drive, in which case my power is shut down and then I'd be electric. But I speak from experience of what happened with one of my impulse scrappers. No big deal. Down goes another. Let's check here. Up here. Yeah, I sent every archetype through this, so the Peacebringers, the Warshades, Blasters, Masterminds, the Corruptors, the Controllers. Some were soloed, some were dual back. What you need to do with this is up to you. Although if you were to send a controller through this, I would highly recommend dual box it, let the controller sit at the door, and let the attack drone do the work. But that's up to you. If you think your controller can handle all the lightning, go for it. And I'm just using controllers as an example. Same with Corruptors, Masterminds. My Peacebringer didn't really have a lot of trouble with this, actually. Alright, well that's the vault door. I smash it, and then there's an object inside to smash. But we really don't need to do that. And let's take a look here. Okay. From 31 to 50, so I got all 19. Didn't miss a beat. Very nicely done. Let's see, 19 times 3, that'd be 57, so yeah. Basically 2.5 more runs of this, and this character is done. So, this is how I farmed the New Guardian Gladiator defeat badge. Why it's not a regular defeat badge, they made it a Gladiator, I don't know. They could have made it a defeat badge back on live, they gave it the Gladiator badge, but hey, whatever. But that is what the New Guardian badge is. This one here is for New Guardians. Scrolling down a bit, so let's see, I've already got this one, Raider Engineer. This one would also show the question marks instead of an actual description. Yeah. This is for destroying 100 of the Sky Raider force field generators. For that, you might just want to do market crash a few times until the badge changes. But this is the mission that I prefer for the New Guardians. It's not a problem at all. It's Chapter 3 of Scirocco Patron. You got a couple missions to do before you get to this. But this is the one, to raid the vaults of Mew. And a maximum of 19 Guardians per run. So there you go. This is how I do it. You can choose to do this or choose a different way. It's entirely up to you. It's all about diversity of gameplay. That's the strength of an MMORPG, diversity. Something that people always should respect. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll ask again. Still think tanks were nerfed? You see, while I've been talking and standing here, that they've been zapping me. Do I look like I'm in any danger either? So, remember this if you still want to think tanks were nerfed in the last update, because they might have been slightly adjusted, but no, as you can see, they were not nerfed at all. So anyway, that's me a cut and a print and a wrap on this one. I'll see you on the next video. And hey, don't forget, like always, go turn your computer off and go outside and play.